Good morning. Good morning. It is morning on the West Coast. You can see there's light blaring through the windows. Please don't judge me for the sustainable tree we have undecorated but not taken down yet. It takes a minute, you know. I wanted to talk to you today about breathing. You know, I've seen so many videos about breathing, and there's still like a little bit of specific argument about, well, does the rib cage go out or does it go out and up? And what exactly is happening with the lungs and the diaphragm? You would think after thousands of years on this planet and so much study that we would know for sure this is exactly how it works, but it's debatable, the nuance, you know? But for you, you know, and I know that when our system is in overwhelm or, sorry about that, or headed that way, the best thing to do is to slow your breath down. So you may have done this before. This is a therapeutic practice in many modalities. But what you want to do is exhale completely till you feel empty. And then inhale on the count of 4. Let's do it together. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, and exhale on 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, again, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, and exhale on 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, release. Now you can do that many more times, but I also wanted to talk about what is happening here. So I get a lot of clients that come to me and say, yeah, I took singing in high school or college, and there's like a hardening that happens here. Oh, here's my 52-year-old thing. We're luscious. Okay. That they harden right here. That there's a kind of tightness, or perhaps you've always held in your stomach just because of cultural, societal pressure, you know. But what we really need is flexibility. That's what we actually need to take in breath, because the lungs, yes, they're up here. They are 360 degrees. They're not just front facing. We think we're so frontally oriented because like these things are in the front, and this is our social engagement nerve center. But really, if you can think about your lungs in a more three-dimensional way, and they are like sea sponge consistency. And when you exhale, the diaphragm comes up. That's kind of the dance floor of the rib cage. It comes up here, and then when you inhale, did you see that? Can you see that like my ribs kind of come out and down to accommodate the lungs coming down? And then the diaphragm flattens. Now you may know this, but sometimes it's really good to tap back into what the body is doing. You don't have to force the diaphragm. I mean, unless there's some really big scar tissue there and it's not operational, if you've had x-rays or big injury, these things happen involuntarily. It's just when we get to the edge of fight or flight or freeze, which is the next level, we want to know, oh, wait a minute, let me contact what's normally involuntary. Let me imagine, get in touch with the diaphragm, the lungs expanding down and out, the rib cage expanding down and out, so that I can kind of get in touch with my body again to slow myself down so that anxiety or overwhelm doesn't take over and then you find yourself only breathing up here. Do you know what I mean? We actually do a lot of this stuff at the retreat. We're having 2 retreats in March. The first one is the embodied retreat for artist folk. And there's 24 hours of silence, digital fasting, no phones, no computers. You can write in a journal, you can walk in nature, but no phones, no computers. And then every morning is in silence. And we do breathing work. We make contact with the voice as well. And then we do parts work, which is a little bit more psychological, self-talk, you know, the idea that we are made of a lot of parts and there are no bad parts. That's the book by Richard Schwartz, who did kind of bring this to the forefront. And we also do subtle body energy and embodying earth elements, or like I was talking about the other day, falling and rising, just to give the body a new experience and be able to press that into our everyday life. And we have plant-based food and all that. All of this is to nourish you. Even these breathing things that we just did is to nourish you, to fortify you. Because like I said in the other video, you do got to do some shit. You got to get shit done, right? We can't stay in an inert space forever, because what is that? That's not really living. It's not vibrant. I want you to be vibrant. I want you to really feel your life in a sensory way and to be inspired as much as you can. So anyway, the retreats, if you want to look at the information, I have a website. I have my laurenlovett.com website, which is all the things that I do. But then there's desertwitchretreats.com, desertwitchretreats.com. Both of those, the embodied one, that's March 30th to April 2nd. And then with Pam Rose, we have the Desert Nights at the Cactus Moon with vibration and sound. We're going to go to Integratron. That's the fun one. The first is sort of a soul boot camp. The second one from April 20th to 23rd with Pam Rose, which I'm going to talk to Pam Rose this weekend. So I'm hoping to have a video with her so that we can talk about astrology, because she's studying that. She's really good at it. We might be doing people's charts, you know. So anyway, desertwitchretreats.com. And just even touching the belly here today and feeling that breath come in and out. I am alive. If you say that to yourself, if you start to get overwhelmed, here, I am alive. And you are. And I'm really happy about it. Thanks for watching.